This pretty photo that my friend shared of his girlfriend. I'm going to share it.
Don't do that. Don't be irresponsible by sharing and continuing to expose the photo of that girl. This is a cybercrime. Rather, you should tell your friend that he did very wrong by exposing the privacy and image of his girlfriend in networks. Cases like these are seen daily, either due to ignorance or due to bad intentions among some people where the privacy of people is exposed and affecting their image and their emotional life. A professional systems engineer, teacher, and expert in the design of educational platforms explains the importance of privacy of information in the internet.
Hi, my name is Juan Montoya. I've been working with online systems for education for up to 10 years now, and as part of our work we collect information about thousands of people that is required for them to operate their online courses. So I'm going to be talking a little bit about data collection, privacy online, and how that is seriously affected by technology. So technology makes privacy very complicated because technology can be very intrusive. It can collect a lot of data, and that data can be multiplied very easily and be hosted in many different places. So it is a very complicated issue, and it needs to be dealt at a personal level. Ultimately, you need to be mindful that your data is valuable. So companies online are going to give you things for free in order to get information out of you, and they're going to collect information even without you knowing it. So one thing you can do is take responsibility. So actually be responsible for your own privacy or your own private information. Do not share data you don't want to share. Make sure that you don't share your email address or your physical address, and all the way through much more complicated stuff such as your location, your images, photos, videos, things like that, unless you really want to. Every time you share something, you need to own the fact that you're sharing this with third parties. You can also be aware that the law is on your side, so there are laws that require companies to protect your privacy, to disclose in a visible place in their websites the ways they are going to be handling your private data, and to remove your data if that is what you request them to do. But the fact that these laws exist doesn't mean that they are easily enforced. So internet is it's a bit of a wild place worldwide that doesn't have worldwide laws that can be implemented necessarily. So the application and the enforcement of these laws varies significantly. There are a lot of loopholes that companies can use, so enforcing these laws is really complicated. So again, what you need to do is own the process and make sure you only share information with companies that you really trust. And even with those companies, keep a vigilant eye and always make sure that you always looking out for the ways they are using your information in case you really care about it.
Many people, especially young people, are unaware that rules of behavior should be applied on the internet. These are called netiquettes. Let's see what those rules of behavior are on the internet. Sharing personal information about your life or your daily activities on social networks is a very common practice, especially among the youngest. Although it is a daily activity, users are often not aware of the risk of sharing all this personal information on network. Here we share some privacy protection tips, especially on social media.
Social media safety tips. In 2019, there will be 2.77 billion social media users around the world. That's 2.7 billion chances for cyber attacks to take place on social media. It's easy to get caught up in the habit of oversharing on social media, but it can also be dangerous. Here are 5 critical social media safety tips everyone needs to know. 1. Don't overshare. It may be tempting to share every detail of your life on social media, but trust us, don't do it. Think about those quizzes that ask you to share your mother's maiden name or the street you grew up on. Those questions aren't random. These are the security questions social media sites use to protect your password when you create an account. While these quizzes may seem like fun, these are an easy way for someone to gain access to your account. Be wary of sharing vacation posts. While it's tempting to show everyone how much fun you're having, this gives criminals an open invitation to your empty home. Limit access to data. Wondering how to stay safe on social media? Limit the social media's site access to your data. When you play a game or take a quiz on a social media site, you are often giving a third-party access to your data. While this may seem harmless, they can gain access to your email, personal information, and even post to your social media account. The best thing to do when you see a request to access your information is to deny it. Trust us, that game or quiz isn't worth risking your data. 3. Be wary of spam content. One of the best social media security tips is to be wary of spam content. While it's easy to warn people about it, spam content can be hard to distinguish. Have you received a message along the lines of, "Oh my god, I saw you in this video and I can't believe you did this," with a link to a video or website? If so, you've likely encountered spam content. Clicking this link often leads you to a site requesting you update your software to view the content. But instead of upgrading your software, you end up installing malware onto your computer. 4. Understand your privacy settings. Understanding your privacy settings is essential for staying safe on the internet. Review your privacy settings and lock down your accounts. Unless you're a social media influencer who makes their money by posting content, you shouldn't leave your accounts public. Review your privacy settings and lock down your accounts. If someone wants to see your personal posts, they will have to send you a request. This ensures you only allow people you know and trust to view your content. 5. Have unique passwords. Take a look at this list of the most common passwords. If you have a password that appears on this list, change it immediately. Choose a password that uses lowercase and uppercase letters, includes a number, and a unique character. While this may seem like overkill, it will protect your accounts from getting hacked. Once you create a new password for one social media site, do the same for all your other accounts. Don't use the same password. If you use the same password, once one account is compromised, the hacker has access to all of your accounts. This tip applies to much more than social media. Make sure all your devices and websites, especially business accounts, have unique passwords. These 5 social media tips are only the beginning of personal cybersecurity. Every time you connect to the internet, you're putting yourself at risk of a cybersecurity attack. This doesn't mean you should avoid the internet altogether. You just need to be smart about it. Not sure how to get started? Browse the blog for more helpful security tips and tricks for your digital lifestyle.
It is always recommended that you think before sharing information and that you take necessary security measures to protect your privacy.